We out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping in finesse. You know it, you know.
What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Gabby again. Let me start by saying that I was laying in bed last night just thinking about what video I was going to make this week for Thursday, and I was thinking I want to do something completely different, something that I haven't seen anybody else do, but I really wanted it to do with makeup. So I've seen a lot of tutorials of people trying to follow another tutorial. I've seen eyeshadow tutorials and how to apply lashes and how to apply, you know, contour, foundation properly, what brushes to use. So I was thinking, what can I do that I haven't seen that is completely different to what anybody else has seen that maybe I could start a trend doing? So I have decided that I'm going to be using the exact same products, well, majority of the exact same products that I used in my last video, which was the Ed Sheeran video, and if you haven't seen that, go and check that out. It's just a quick little makeup tutorial on the makeup that I wore to the Ed Sheeran concert last week, which was amazing, by the way. He is just phenomenal. He's just something else, honestly. But I'm not going to sit here and talk too much about that because I want to get straight onto this video. So my idea that I came up with was to do the exact same makeup but backwards. So first thing I apply usually is primer. So today that's going to be the last thing that I apply. And the last thing that I usually apply is either mascara or eyeliner. So that's obviously going to be one of the first things I apply. So yeah, this is probably gonna work out really crap, but I've had an idea in my head of how to try and do it and still make it look okay. But anyway, let's get straight into it. Okay, so as I said, the last thing that I apply usually is mascara. So this is the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced, and I'm just going to apply that onto my lashes first. Okay, so I've applied the mascara. Obviously, there's not going to be anything dramatic with just mascara. So I'm going to do the eyeliner, which I think that might be a little bit harder with the mascara applied first, but let's do that anyway. Just going to go back over this side because I did the other one way thicker. Okay, so that's the eyeliner done, and just keeping in mind that I'm still trying to make this look kind of normal. We'll see how it turns out, but to make this video a little bit more challenging, and because I have washed my brushes and none of them are dry, I have this pack of brushes. It literally cost me like $7 off Wish because I wanted to test out the quality, which I obviously have not done because they're all still in their packet. So I'm going to test them out now. So now it's time to do my eyeshadow. So I'll be doing the eyeshadow, then I'll be setting, then I will be doing concealer. And today I'm just going to use the Modern Renaissance palette. I used that in my last video. I also used the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette as well. So I just used a transition shade, I think, from that. So I'll just use something similar because I'm obviously not going for a glam look today. So I'm also going to do like the transition shade last because that would be the first thing that I do. So I'm still going to do the same kind of look as well. So I'm going to go from like a red look. Everyone knows that if you watch my videos that I love red looks. So let's start. I honestly don't see these brushes blending out too well, but we'll give it a go anyway. So this is usually the last bit that I would do. So I've got a skinnier brush. I'll just show you. Just into the crease, I'm going to apply with this brush. So this is going straight into the actual crease. I usually also use like a highlight color just on my lid towards the end, which I'll be doing right now. I'm really curious to see how this look is going to turn out, especially using the concealer afterwards. I think that that's going to ruin the whole look. So far that's what it looks like. I can't really find a brush that I think would blend. This is like broken. Literally it's broken. Don't buy brushes off Wish. So I'm going to use one of these brushes because the rest of the, like, it's pretty big. Because the rest of them seem like really hard and it wouldn't blend at all. So I'm going to go in with a, I wouldn't say that it's really much lighter, but oh my god, this is extremely hard to use, this brush. Okay, I'll have to use one of the smaller brushes that isn't really blendable. Okay, so I don't know if you can see what I mean, but this is literally, sorry, it's going blurry. This is literally like so hard. I don't see it blending at all, but oh gosh. Oh my god. So I've already ruined what's underneath. I don't know what's made it worse, the color, the way I've done it, or the brushes. Like that, I can see a really hard spot that I just cannot blend out. And if I do, now it's gone where I don't want it there, as you can see. But if I was doing my makeup properly, I would fix that up as well as I could. So I will get a cotton bud and fix it up. I'm honestly trying to do this as normal as I can, but this brush, I have no control over it. Okay, so I'm just gonna fix up in these corners as best as I can. I don't think it's going to matter that much once I put the concealer over. I guess I can hide a lot of it with that, but eyeshadow definitely does not belong anywhere near your brow. Okay, so now I'm gonna try and blend it in, and it looks completely ridiculous, like you should see it in the mirror. Okay, so I'm going to take like a really flat brush. It's literally like got no shape to it at all. I've never even come across a brush that looks like this. And oh, I guess this is a blending brush. I would never use this brush as a blending brush because as you can see, it's not blending all that well. Okay, so this brush is doing absolutely jack shit, and I'm probably going to throw these brushes straight in the bin, to be honest. So now it's time for concealer, and then I'm going to do my brows. So I'm going to be using the Urban Decay concealer. It's in the shade medium to light warm. So now I'm going to conceal my lids, which obviously I would have done first. And under my eyes, because this is the part where I just do everything together. And usually I would use a beauty blender, but today I'm only using these brushes. I think this is going to ruin the whole entire look, but I'm going to use a little concealer brush. Just remember, I'm not trying to ruin this look. I mean, it's not a complete disaster, I would say, but it's definitely not a pass. I would definitely not walk out of the house like this ever. So this is the finished eye look. Obviously no one wants their eye makeup to look like that at all. It literally just looks like the biggest mess. Alright, so maybe it is going to be a bit of a disaster. So now I'm going to do my eyebrows with this ABH Dip Brow Promenade, or whatever it's called. These brushes are honestly useless. Like, I would never ever use these brushes. You can literally go to Target, Kmart, or I think even a $2 shop, and you would find better makeup brushes, but that is my opinion. Lesson learnt not to ever buy stuff off Wish if you want quality. I mean, some of the stuff that you can get on there is okay, like for the price, and I mean, if you don't mind having lower quality. I'm like the worst multitasker, so if I'm making no sense at all, that's why. Okay, so my eyebrows obviously aren't too bad. There's only one or two things that you really do to them. I know you're supposed to set everything with powder, but I don't really set my eyebrows with a powder. Usually I'll just get a gel and I'll set them with that sometimes. I'm not a big eyebrow makeup person. I like to just fill in the gap, and yeah, like just, I don't know, I'm not a big eyebrow person. I literally cannot speak properly today. I don't know what is wrong with me. So sorry about my English or lack of. Anyway, okay, so I'm trying to think of how I should have written it down and then did it backwards. From what I can see that I have left, I would do the bronzer last, so I'm going to do that first. Then I would do the powder contour, then I would do the, hang on. Okay, so I'm going to contour now before I do my foundation and my primer, obviously because I'm doing it backwards. So I'm going to do the bronzer, then I'm going to do the powder contour and highlight, and then I'm going to do the cream contour and highlight. So I'm going to do it in that order where usually I would do it the reverse. Everyone knows that I love this Hoola Benefit bronzer, so I'm going to be using that just where I would want to bronze up and make it a little bit warmer. There's not really a, I mean, this is kind of small, but I'm gonna have to work with it. Wow. You can literally just see a dark brown line on my face. Where usually if I was to use one of my other brushes, and don't get me wrong, like I literally don't own many good brushes. I own a lot of Priceline brand makeup brushes because they are a little cheaper. The Smashbox brushes that I own were like, you know, $30 to $40 each. The Kat Von D light shade brush I think was around $40 or $50. I can't really remember. I think it was $52 actually. I have even got a couple of Chemist brushes which I use for my powder and stuff, and they were like $70 each. Like, brushes are really expensive, but I think I would rather spend $70 on a brush than use this. And this is exactly why. But also just keep in mind while I am doing this that I'm going to be putting foundation and primer over the top, so I'm probably better off having it a little darker than what I usually would. But I wouldn't ever have it this dark, like just the bronzer. I haven't even put on any contour yet, so oh my god, like honestly, I know I've already said it like 3 times, but do not ever buy brushes off Wish. Honestly, useless. Like, I see so many cute and pretty brush sets on there, and now I know why they're all like, I'm pretty sure that I didn't even pay for the actual brushes, I just paid shipping. So they had like an offer on where it was like, I don't know, free brushes and then you pay like $6 shipping or something. So they were very cheap, and you definitely get what you pay for. Okay, so I'm not going to blend that out too much. I'm going to be putting my foundation over the top, but next I'm going to use my, that's so dirty, my Zoeva Contour Spectrum palette, contour, highlights, whatever. I'm going to be using the lighter shade for this video, and I'm just going to use the same brush because I don't see the point in swapping brushes right now at this point. There's not really many left to choose from. I mean, I'm going to have to use one for foundation obviously, and I'll just use my fingers for primer, but I also need one for highlight, which they actually provide this fan brush. It's really thick and it's not straight at all, like anyway, back to the contour. When I started the video, I honestly thought like it wasn't gonna turn out too bad, but I'm doubting myself now. Really doubting myself. Okay, so now for the highlight, because this is the stage that I would usually set my highlight because I would have put the cream highlight and contour on. So I'm going to be taking this not straight, like I'm holding that straight. Look at that. That's useless to me. But I'm going to be taking this brush anyway, and I'm going to, so usually I would use both. I'd use the white last and I'd use the yellow first. I'm going to use the white first. Just get that all over the brush. I don't know how much of it picked up. Oh, picked up quite a lot actually. And I'm going to be using a ton of highlight. So I was going to do the yellow next. This brush though. Okay, so now it's time for the cream contour and highlight. Last week I used the Fenty Beauty cream contour and highlight, which I don't use often, but I do really like to use it when I do use it. I sometimes just forget that it's there, and so I don't use it as often. I'm just going to, I'm going to go in dark, obviously, with this because I want to still be able to try and see the contour. Still want to be able to see it under my foundation. So I'm just going to apply a thick, and this really blends in, but I forgot I've got to use a crappy brush. Okay, I'm just going to use my fingers instead. This may take a while, we might want to fast forward. and I know it looks absolutely ridiculous, but keeping in mind I'm going to put foundation over the top, and then I'll still try and blend out a little bit of the harshness on the edges, which I've already tried to do, but now it's time for the highlight. I'm thinking because it's highlight, I'm not going to blend it in at all. Or maybe I might just do it the tiniest bit. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. Amazing, right? Second last thing I'm going to be using is the Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation. I've got a brush. I mean, it's not the greatest, but I do have a brush that I'll be applying it with. I'm going to start off with a small amount. This brush is going to be useless, I can already see it. Oh my god. You can literally see the brush strokes like I'm painting a wall. So as I said, that's why I've applied so much contour, because look at this side. This is the side that I haven't done. And then this is the side that I've started. The brushes are useless. I think if I had better brushes, it might have not been so tragic. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep blending this foundation in. I actually think that it's not that bad now compared to what it was a couple of minutes ago before I added the foundation on top. Just remember, I've still got to put primer on, which is going to be absolutely useless, but we're gonna do it anyway. So I've never actually used this primer before. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. Obviously this is completely useless right now because, you know, I've already applied the foundation, so I don't think you're really meant to apply it over the foundation, but we'll just do it anyway. Okay, there we go, I am done. I actually think that it's turned out not too bad at all. I was starting to get a bit worried there when I didn't have any foundation on. Obviously foundation is the foundation of your makeup, like duh. Anyway guys, that is all I have for you today, and I would really love this to catch on and for more people to start doing. So if you do want to do a video like this, and come back and drop the link down below in the comment section so I can go and check others out, that would be so awesome. But if you did like this video, please go and give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget that little bell so you get notified every time I upload, which is twice a week, mainly Mondays and Thursdays. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.